This is a tutorial for my no PBC barrier skip, since I haven't actually made one with an explanation yet. So I'm going to freeze this for a second. When I'm jumping off this platform here, I'm aiming for that spot right there where you can see the light, and that's the spot where there's no death plane and where you want to aim for when you jump off the top platform. So when I get to this point right here, I'm kind of lining myself up with that point in the ground, and I'm inside the tree. Unfortunately, I don't have an actual Z-axis visual cue for you guys, because I'm still kind of not, like, I don't get this 100% of the time. I've thrown about 6 runs at least at this point. Your positioning on the Z-axis is extremely important with this, because if you hit the loading trigger while you are mid-dash flip and you cannot jump, you void out. Guaranteed. You're fucked. So you need to hit the loading trigger at the exact point where you are able to jump to the left in order for this to work. And I've tried every other possible method of doing this, and with the way my game loads, I can't do it any other way. So I'm doing a dash flip and kind of landing. The loading trigger is just past that point in the hill. When I do a dash flip, I'll jump to the left as it loads. Right as I hit the loading trigger, right as my feet touch the ground and the ground disappears, I'm jumping to the left. And I actually, with my loading times, I only have to pause the game for like a second, like hardly have to pause the game at all. Brendo actually figured out that you do not need to spam pause in order to buffer the loading trigger. All you have to do is pause one time, and it actually loads while the game is paused. And this also works with photo mode, and you can actually watch it load in. You can see how long your game takes to actually load it in. It will load in the cave right as I pass through the wall, and I land inside the cave every single time I do it. Honestly, I have no clue how I did it where I hit the death plane and respawned inside the cave. I don't know if your guys' games don't load fast enough to do this, so if that's the case, I can't really help with that, because if I don't land inside that cave, I get stuck in a void every single time. So this is the only thing that I've found that works, but this is how I do it. Now for you no PBCers, you can actually use the bird strat if you want to be safe, and you can take a safety save. You TLJ across using the bird, take that safety save, and then you can go back and do the bird strat, TLJ across the rope skip, and do the barrier skip. That way, if you fail the barrier skip, your run is not completely over. If you choose to continue, you won't respawn all the way back at overcharge and throw the entire run. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.